Okay, so we continue with the example. Okay, example, or I will explain to you when we want to use the first type of A not A and B n, and when we want to use the second type of A not A and B n. Alright. So for example, let's say you have an equation, or you have a function f(x) given negative x, and the interval is -1 x1 with the period f(x) plus 2 equal to fx. Okay, so this is your period, means that this is your t. Okay, your t is equal to 2. Okay, let's say you doesn't have let's say this question didn't give you the interval. Okay, so how you can get your L from t? Just now I mentioned t is equal to 2L, right? So how to determine t? How to determine L? So t here is 2L. So what is your L here? Your L here is 1. Okay, see? So means that if you didn't get your interval, ataupun soalan tu tak bagi interval kat sini, you still can get your L based from your t. Okay, alright. So that one, I don't want to highlight this one first. Okay, so this one we go to that. We proceed later lah. But what I want to show now is how to know which type that we want to use for certain function. Okay, for example, this is your function here. So yeah, I write your interval here. Okay, the second one, let's say you have a function like this, fx equal to modulus x. Okay, modulus x. Okay, here the interval. Okay, let's say you have another function. Let's say you have fx equal to 0x, and then for 0 the interval is from -pi until 0. For x the interval is from 0 until pi. Okay, enough lah for 3 example here. So here you have 3 function. Okay, so for the first function, okay, alright. So can you spot the difference first? Okay, can you spot the difference between example 1, 2 and 3? The function for example 1, 2 and 3. So you can see that actually for function 1, it's just a function, the what we call just one function. Okay, just one function. But for example 3, okay, I say for example 3, okay, for example 3, they have 2 function here. I mean, fx equal to 0 for this interval, and fx equal to L for this interval. Means that they have 2 function, and this one we call it as a piecewise function. Okay, piecewise function. Okay, how about number 2? Number 2, one or more than one function here. Okay, actually for number 2 is a more than one. Why I said more than one? Because this is modulus, right? So modulus means they have 2 value. For example, you have a modulus 2, means that they have a value for -2 and +2. So same thing for the function. So you have a modulus x here, so that means that the first x is -x, the second x is a +x. Okay, I write here. Okay, I write here. So when you get the function that contain or they have a modulus, so you need to break it become piecewise function. Piecewise function is like example number 3. Okay, you need to break it into 2. The first one is negative, the second one is positive. Okay, we know that modulus they have a 2 value, positive and negative, right? Alright, so for the negative part or negative function, okay, this is the original interval. So we know that when it's negative, must be the interval also negative. So it starts from -1 until 0. Okay, until 0. Okay, if you draw the graph, so this is the negative part. Okay, -1 until 0. Okay, and then this is the positive part. So for the positive part, it's from 0 until 1. Okay, alright. So the question, I can say that they have a 3 type of function lah. Okay, the first one is a single function. The second one is a modulus function, but after you break it, the modulus, you can get the you can get the piecewise function. So number 3 is a piecewise function. So now to answer for question 1, you need to use the second type of A0, AN and BN. Second type means 2 over L. Okay, 2 over L. For number 2 and number 3, because number 2 is already a piecewise function, it's more than one function, right? So for number 2 and number 3, you need to use the 1 over L, the first type, 1 over L. Okay, clear? I repeat again. For the first one, or this one is the single function, you just have one function here, you need to use the second, the type number 2, which is A0, AN and BNU is 2 over L. And for number 2 and number 3 is a piecewise function, so you need to use the first type, which is you need to use the 1 over L. Okay, alright, so for the next video we will do the example. Okay, we do the example. The example here means we will answer the Fourier series. Okay, I will show you the step by step to answer the Fourier series. But yeah, Fourier series is a famous topics in your final. Okay, so hopefully you can put more effort on this part. Okay, because of dia tak susah, but it's slightly complicated, tapi tak susah. Okay, alright, so see you in the next video. Alright.